today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Bridgewater's pass complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
On the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. The catches for him just keep piling up in his career. He's now at 1,024, and that ties Isaac Bruce, the number that he had back in the day.
Yeah, part of the greatest show on turf. And remember, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt combined for nearly 2,000 catches in their careers. He might get to 2,000 himself with the numbers he's posting up there. Keep himself in great shape. He might go for it.
Brings up 2nd.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 127 yards.
He was the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Dudes. Whip.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Derrick Henry.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
By Dante Fowler. Tackled back.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A very solid gain of 27.
And the Falcons.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
Nothing
play.
on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
8-yard line.
Sponge! 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 No! 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 Kill! 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 Hey! Hey!
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, no chance! Hey, Mike 51! Mike 51!
Gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
His kick is good. Makes the score Falcons.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot. Trouble.
Incomplete.
It's 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Throwing again. Monroe. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Monroe. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Panthers 7.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the
Now
Falcons.
following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Raymond now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for DJ
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Right in.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Fumble on the play.
Looking to throw. Monroe. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Monroe. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Hurst.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Monroe looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Hayden Hurst.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Monroe. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Raymond now on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. That's good for a Carolina 1st. Bridgewater to Moore. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Dillon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas, let's set a tone.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Monroe. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Falcon first down.
On 1st down, Monroe, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, Monroe. And Jones has it over the middle. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons add on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Bridgewater's pass.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Panthers 7.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 20. And he will score.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Carolina.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Cohen now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10. At their own 27.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On first and 10, Monroe. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again on second and 10. Monroe.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
16 yards, a first down. And the catches for him, they just keep piling up. Charles, that's now 1,031 catches for his career. Ties him with Steve Smith.
Yeah, and he plays the game the same way Steve did, with pride, with determination, some would say with anger. And that edge has given him the ability to catch 1,031 passes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
17 yards.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
18 on the play. First down, Falcons.
Throwing on first down, Monroe. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, here's Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
Derrick Henry, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Terrell on the tackle.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's a gain of 2.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, watch that, watch that.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the Falcons' 30-yard line.
Balaj. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Right there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of...
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Monroe. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Falcon first down.
On first down, Monroe. And going right back to Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Westbrook. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, Monroe, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And 2 yards to go.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
To kick off for the Falcon.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Raymond now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Raymond now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Rip left, rip left.
On 4th down, Monroe. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Monroe. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Ryan Poole.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Dillon. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey, what's that? What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw is Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take
from down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. Hey, watch that. Watch that.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Dante Fowler in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. On 2nd down, Dillon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
On the stop. Brings up 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. throwing. Bridgewater in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Raymond now on the return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the wing. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Oh, get him.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 48. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
By the Falcons.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Our time. It's our time.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to